Okay, so back with the library. I really hope that they've added some really interesting stuff into this level, because if it's just the flood changes, then it'll be really arduous.
We must collect the index before we can activate the installation.
A couple of things from that cutscene. It's cool that they removed the glitch from the index, and also remember.
Follow me.
Also, I need to remember that there's a camo in the doorway. The carrier forms are weaker too. Wasn't really expecting that. Because with combat forms, at least it makes sense because they hit harder. The carrier forms probably just shoot too, but even if the carrier forms are more powerful, I would think that would actually make them weaker because they couldn't get as far, or they couldn't get as close to you without blowing up if you just have to shoot them a couple of times. Oh, and they blow up immediately. That's another thing to really note, is that they will not just go flying with impunity if they get hit by something. They'll actually blow up. Strange.
Oh, hello.
Flamethrower. I guess this is the... It's one of two... The library is one of two levels where the flamethrower originally appeared in the Xbox version. For those of you that are unaware, even before... the flamethrower before Halo PC was actually cut content in the Xbox version. And you can still find the flamethrower in the map files, particularly in keys in the library. It was left incomplete. Okay, that'll be really annoying. With those things blowing up and blowing up the grenades, that'll be something I really have to watch out for. The reason why I rush forward until these things trigger, by the way, is because that makes these stop spawning. So it gives you a bit of a fallback plan. Stuck in close range, but it's useful to have time. Plus, my loadout with the library is always shotgun pistol, so...
The security doors are sealed automatically. I will go access the override to open them.
Wonder if you're gonna see... Oh, good. More flamethrower. Thanks. I'm wondering if we'll see more... like you saw in SPD3, the kind of evidence of that one Marine, I'm forgetting his name, that the Marine from the book who went almost all the way through the library until finally died and was so mutilated the Chief couldn't recognize him. Of course I have to go the wrong way, that's obligatory.
This is not the correct direction. If you do not follow me, you may become lost.
Ooh, lots of flamethrower fuel. That was a worthy redirection. And they even added the teleporter straight back. Okay, this is good.
The containment protocols.
This mod is really well thought out. So many of these mechanics just make sense, for lack of a better term. There's something that, like, something that you would have added if you were making a mod for this. They don't break the game or anything, they just are little quality of life things like that. Go all the way down to the other end of the thing so you can pick up some extra ammo. You don't have to go all the way back, they just put a teleporter there. I wonder if they're using... This is more of a mechanics thing than an actual practical use thing, but I'm wondering if they're using the same mechanics for carrier forms blowing up as they are for the infection forms. Like, if one pops, then it'll pop the other one. I'm wondering if that's how they're doing it behind the scenes. Almost forgot this was here somehow. I'm going to try and explore these areas, but overall the library has always been the run through or die level. So, can't really take too many liberties here. Ow!
The small creatures carry spores that are supposed to. The mutated host then produces spores that can pass the flood to others. It is insidious and elegant. As long as any hosts remain.
Now, normally I would complain about there being an apparent lack of shotgun ammo, but the flamethrower almost makes up for that, at least at the moment.
This installation's research facilities are most impressive. Perhaps we'll have time to see them later.
Man, those carrier forms, those are going to be the death of me. Not sure what these noises that they've added are meant to represent. It's like... I was going to say it's like the noises you hear on the pillar bottom, but it's definitely not. It's...
I suggest you upgrade to at least a Class 12 combat skill. Your current model only stands as a Class 2, which is ill-suited for this kind of world.
The biggest thing...
Pardon me. A plasma conduit breach in section 5524 has disrupted power flow to a gravitic maintenance assembly. Repairs require my attention. I will return soon.
Okay, so they fixed that voice line. The biggest thing, when I first played Halo 3, the one thing that I got from the monitor fight, the final boss, it wasn't, oh god, Johnson died. It wasn't like, oh no, we killed the monitor. It was... Darn it, you had a laser beam this whole time, and you wouldn't help me in the library and in the swamp and stuff. That was the thing that stuck with me the most there. I see flashing. Oh, the more... I am really glad that they are giving me, at least right now, liberal ammo for the flamethrower, because that's really saving my bacon right now. Is that a different elevator sound effect, or am I just not remembering the elevator sound correctly? Yeah, I think that is using the mechanic from infection forms as far as the combined poppage. I'm just curious.
Has caused a failure in the drone control subsystem.
Okay, so those don't
Unless
work.
we set the backup unit. Please continue on. I will rejoin you when I've completed my task.
So glass doesn't break like it did in older builds. Lots of plasma grenades. Okay. Keep that in mind. Killian! This flamethrower definitely has its place. Like, I would have thought in the past, before I played SPV3 and before I played this, I thought that the flamethrower would have been kind of redundant in Halo 1, but they both... SPV3 is kind of its own thing, but even if you just directly port the PC flamethrower, which this appears to be, it has its own place. It makes its own... It holds something. Are occupied. But it has its own place. It's actually worth picking up. It's not just a redundant shotgun like I would have thought it was. But I have... Is this a custom thing, or was this something that was cut? I'm actually not sure. I think that was custom, but it is really... it's really interesting to see it destroyed. Oh. Gravemind voice. Should I... You know what, I'm gonna go there the normal way, and then I'm gonna jump over the sides to see if there's anything special on the sides. If you're unaware, in SPV3, that's where there's a hidden, yes, Easter egg. Not really a secret, but... I'm still wondering, is there going to be Covenant in this level? I don't... Hot take, the one level, literally the one level that I do not like the SPV3 version over the original version is the library.
The Sentinels can use their weapons to manage the flood only for a short time.
Because the Covenant really...
of the essence.
Having the Covenant in the library, it sounds good, but it really screws with your... As someone who just likes to run through this level without actually killing, that's your normal strategy on this level. And when you try to mix the Covenant into that, you're combined with... It could have been done right, but with the way SPV3 does it, it results in you getting stuck in an area, trying to deal with the Covenant as Flood infinitely spawn behind you.
Much more important business here.
Causes a lot of problems. It's the one level that I don't like in SPV3 compared to... Yes, they've added vehicles and stuff, but overall I don't think it does as... With the original one, at least, you can kind of rush through it, be done with it. But with SPV3's version, it's much harder to
Please wait
deal with. Okay, are these just decorative, or is...
Oh, hello.
Okay, those are just decorative. So there's not any blood inside them. Yeah, there does seem to be something over there. Oh, jackals. Poor jackal. Oh. Put you out of your misery so you don't have to live through the horrors of a flood infestation. And yes, I know there was the shadow over here. This would have been... I think this will be pretty much a nightmare to drive through this, because it was hard enough to handle in Halo, the level. Trying to maneuver it in tight spaces. Oh boy. And we don't have a gunner even, so what's the point? wonder, those things... Is it just me, or does that look like the Flood tentacle, the tentacle turret thing from Halo Wars? Not sure if that's the same model, or if that's just because all tentacles tend to look somewhat the same. I'm not sure. Oh, so there's going to be more down here. There's a teleporter that leads back, so I'm assuming it's such. Oh, some cloaked. Oh, there's a lot of... Let's not set ourselves on fire. Are these infinitely spawning, or is there just a lot of them? Yeah, I think these are infinite. Okay. I have never seen that. It's such a subtle thing, but having the thing turned on its side is intriguing. Okay, so I'm just going to run through and see what's here. More canisters. I don't think I could really use a rocket launcher. No teleporter, so... I like that. It really is a risk-benefit analysis when to go back down there, because there's infinitely spawning cloaked flood. Oh no.
Should serve you well.
Oh no.
You are a good planner. Your planets straight from planet to planet.
You know what? I'm actually not going to go down this time. Did I check if there's anything back there? Yeah, there's just health. Something that's always made me laugh about Halo. We're in a universe where we have 3-ton super soldiers able to do superhuman things. We have fusion reactors, spaceships. We don't quite have platforms yet. I don't think the Spartan laser was in, or actually it was in the we're in a universe where we have a freaking Spartan laser, and what we don't have is a flashlight battery that'll last more than a minute. And that'll cover light more than like 20 feet away from you. I'm gonna take this exit much more carefully now. Oh. Grenades, I need to... These AI are much more aggressive, so I don't... It's much more risky to throw plasma grenades. and that's a working ghost. These are all working ghosts. Okay. So far, at least, I will say this level is definitely better than the original library. At least on the fun side. I don't usually like to compare mods with the base game because I see them as their own thing, but I would definitely rather play this than vanilla Halo library. Oh no. That was not a smart move. I think in this case I just need to hook it. Anything down there? No, just blood stuff. What the heck? Did I get rocketed? Yeah, that's funny. You can still flip them.
Your environment suit should serve you well when the flood begins to roll.
Hey, book it out of here.
This
video is...
from planet to planet. The installation was well conceived. It is sure.
I keep getting destroyed by something. I think there's a rocket flood there.
Your environment suit should serve you well when the flood begins to roll.
Use it to go through this section. Then
The flood was
immediately...
spread from planet to planet. The installation was well conceived. It is sure going to end the flood threat.
Oh man, there's just a... Was it all of the carrier forms? The allure of the ghost is strong, but it just... If I get blown up randomly, what's the point? I'm gonna try to press through here
Your environment
just by
should serve you
myself.
well when the flood begins to roll through the atmosphere. You are a good planet. The flood will spread from planet to planet, consuming all in its path. Your environment suit should serve you well when the flood begins to roll through the atmosphere. You are a good planet. The flood will spread from planet to planet, consuming all in its path.
Yeah, the ghost is just too risky in here. This could be actually really useful now. I think there's any... No, there isn't anything under here. Try the first time. I'm at that stage in the library where I just want it to be over and we're like not even halfway through yet. There's only so much mods can do, it's just added. I'll grab this, take the risk. Oh my god, all the explosions. And all the way back here, darn it. the fact that the carrier forms chain react instantly is not a good addition. It just makes you die a lot randomly.
Your environment suit should serve you well when the flood begins to alter the atmosphere. You are a good planet. The flood will spread from planet to planet, consuming all Your environment suit should serve you well when the flood begins to alter the atmosphere. You are a good planet. The flood will spread from planet to planet, consuming all the
And what was I saying about this level actually picking up and being better than the original one? It's more... It's less tedious, that's for sure, but is it better? I'll see how things go after this section, but this has always been... That's not what I meant to do. All of the explosions, oh my god. Worst edition of this mod so far, definitely the fact that the carrier forms chain react like that. It doesn't really add anything to them, and it just makes it so that you die a lot from chain reaction units you have no control over. Well, those are sentinels. That's what that noise is. They're like trying to have wreckage here by having the sentinels. That's...
I would conjecture that the other species currently on the installation is responsible for releasing the flood. They seem most persistent in their attempt to access restricted areas.
Construction certainly makes it interesting. Not falling for that trap. I can see what you're trying to do there. Clever, but not clever enough. Oh boy, lucky I didn't blow up there. have the energy sword too. As tempting as that is, I don't want to get in close combat with these things. I need to stay. With the loadout I know works. Thought there was more there. I could just be camping on top of it. Flamethrower, I want to keep more. Of course, saying that, I don't really have much left, but I'm not in do that. Yay, raid!
Actually, the flood is simply too dangerous to release, and mass sterilization protocols may again need to be enacted. Of course, samples were heavier after the last catastrophe.
I would love to know. It's very interesting that they managed to get it to work where it doesn't use the old Halo 1 physics where the moment you tap an enemy, it just dies, or anything, an enemy or an ally. It's interesting to know. It would be interesting to know how they got it to work. And yes, I'm going to be doing the same thing I did on jumping around the outside to see if there's anything there like I did on something more. Oh no. Rockets! Lots of rockets! Why did that die? There we go. Oh no, oh no. And I died. At least it didn't take me too far back.
Simply too dangerous to release, and mass sterilization protocols may again need to be enacted. Of course, samples were heavier after the last catastrophic
And by the way, yes, I definitely did notice that they spit out, the carrier forms spit out more infection forms than usual. This version of the Wraith is actually really interesting. I'll still say I like the SPV3 version more, but... Or the Cursed Halo version. The Cursed Halo version is surprisingly good as well. Where's the shot? No one else has a good idea to actually help me, please. It's like we're for his entertainment. Wants to see how we. It's like exuberant witness from Halo 5. Just wanted to watch and see how combat works. Oh. So those things did spawn, they just didn't jump as they were supposed to. Really hoping there's something over here because, yeah, there is. Okay, good. Sniper rifle, which is absolutely useless against the Flood. And a whopping 2 more rockets. Joy. Well, there is Covenant over there, so maybe there's something there that I'm not seeing. Oh, it's a control panel. I heard that. Oh, so the Hurrigot turns it on for you, okay. Where does this take me to? Okay, so this takes me all the way back here. So I just took the long and hard path. Back there or something? That's just a body. I'm really interested to see what they do with keys and what this mod does with keys and I should stop referring to Dave because I'm actually not sure how big the mod team is for this. I really should know, but because I knew it's Ruby Blue who's behind it, but I'm not sure if he does this alone or with other people. I deliberately have not read a lot about this mod because I want this to be a good I want this to be my genuine reaction to it, so I don't want to spoil it. So back to just run through stuff. At least they've added... Okay, that's actually kind of clever. They add the barricades there so you can just run past. That's... Really wish they would have added in that in that last section, but... Oh well.
I will deactivate the security lock. Wait here.
hide in the corner strategy engaged. Oh no, she actually attacked you in here. Man, the Marine... I will say the Marine Flood look a lot better in this. Well, the Elite Flood do too, but especially the Marines. Look horrifying.
Please stay close. Time is short.
Just long enough. Get that. Is there anything back here? There's more blood back there, which means there's probably more stuff.
I am a genius.
A lot of shotgun ammo. A whopping. Oh, you can only carry 36. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm going up to the 4th.
I am a genius.
Yeah, that's a bit of a glitchy title card, but control panel. At least I'm guessing that that's what it is. Level 4 teleporters. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what they do with keys! Oh man. And now I'm gonna die to infection forms. So now we have zealots with swords. Sword flood. Okay, are these just basically bailout? Yeah, those are just ways to get around this room. So they shut that again. Oh, another flamethrower. I'm gonna take that because it has more left in it.
The Flood are already hard at work repairing your vessel. Its parasitic nature belies the Flood's intelligence.
Hunter. So there's a wraith here, but I can't actually get it back out of here, so there's no point, really. Quick loop around the area just to see if there's anything more that's interesting. Maybe a bad idea, but... Oh, that's Among Us. That's funny. Now, someone explain to me, why did Among Us blow up the way it did? It seemed to go from, well, back before Among Us, they had Fall Guys, but then Fall Guys fell off extremely quickly. But then Among Us just took over the world a few months. I've never actually played it, so maybe it's not my type of game, so maybe I'm just not understanding something, but... So, the library, certainly more interesting than the original one. I'm not sure if I should say better or worse, because there's still some very frustrating parts, but... I can't skip this, so... And I really did enjoy using the flame... It's like this mission was made for the flamethrower instead of the shotgun, but... The vehicle sections... The Wraith one was really fun, but it was short. But then the one with the Ghost was just too... erratic. There was too many carrier forms all over the place to flip you over and blow you up.
Requires that I take possession of the index for transport. Your organic form renders you vulnerable to infection. The index
not really, I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but not really.
Before we reach the control
just
room and activate
leave it off here.
The flood is spreading. We must hurry.
See you on 2 Betrayals.